You also said that you noticed that someone was going under and you guys were able to capitalize on
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Can you walk through that?
I think this is good advice. Like I think this is one of the coolest things we did, and I'm not just saying it to brag. It's more like I think it's cool that we pulled it off, and I'd love someone else to do it in their space because it's fun. So we're paying attention again, as we always did. And at this point, mind you, we're growing a little bit. We're getting a little bigger. We have customers. We have people who love us. Paying customers. I had gotten that first paying customer, which was an awesome part of the business. But now it's time to take it to the next level, and we're scouring for any way that we could grab, you know, 500 customers all at once or whatever it may be. And this company called Productive, we find out that they're going under, and we see on their Facebook group, we kind of were infiltrating these groups, and we see that the users are like, they didn't build an export, so we're screwed when they go on, when this company ends at the end of the month. They had like 15, 20 days. We lose all of our work, and think how detrimental. Imagine if with everything you set up in ClickUp now, if a
It
year
could be
down the road,
years. Yeah, no, it'd be crazy.
it'd be crazy. So our CTO Alex, who is just an incredible guy, was like, look, I'm going to stay up all night. I'm going to build this export in time before they shut the door so we can be their savior and take all their work and put it into ClickUp.
So he built an export for their app, right? So it's their app, their application, and then he built an export to save them from that
He
platform.
built a direct export to go straight from Productive into ClickUp. So all these users, and they had a decent amount. All of a sudden, they went from thinking they were completely lost. All of a sudden, hey, this company ClickUp just did this for you. And they're still raving fans today for us. And a lot of them came and joined, and so many haven't left because one, we saved them. Two, it's like they see that if we would do something like that, what else would we do for them? So yeah, it was awesome. We brought in, and that really took us to the point of where we needed to hire like 3 or 4 customer service reps, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it was a step. And then we really saw an increase in business. They told people, and then we kind of got a referral program set up. But it was a huge play, not the most. Not something so like outlandish you wouldn't think it happened, but once we did it, it was so cool, and the effects afterwards were just, it's like a snowball effect.
It's hard to repeat, right? It's more of paying attention to the market. It's not an execution plan that we can put on our roadmap that this is going to happen in Q3. But when you see the opportunity and you have the skill set to be able to build something that quickly, because that's probably wasn't like easy for him to do. He had to go in there and figure it out. Obviously, if it was easy, the other company would have just said, "Here, we'll let you export your stuff." So that's really, really cool. So tell me, you did a Super Bowl ad recently. Walk me through that. And I think you used. Tell me about the media company that you used and what happened there.
Yeah, so we did a Super Bowl commercial, and you would think we used a media company, and I'm glad you do think that, but it's actually in-house. So we have an in-house team. They are incredible. Nick Fabiano is who we hired. He came from BuzzFeed. The guy has built so many viral commercials from Pedigree and more. Just unreal. So he and his team, Arik, Alan, Melissa, who brought them all over, our chief of creative, they nailed this. I mean, we went through so many different options, and I didn't know what all goes into a Super Bowl commercial. We've done cool videos. We've done things like that. But a Super Bowl commercial is a whole nother level. Something I had no idea.
So that's what I was going to ask you was like, okay, so if you did it all in-house, even if you have great people, it's still Super Bowl, right? Like you can't just go out. It's about as big as you get from an advertising standpoint. What was your stress level at? Like where were you at involved with it? Like how were you dealing with that?
Well, check this out. What we did was at first we wanted the Super Bowl commercial, but it was too high for us. Even though we just took a nice raise of funding, it was too high. It didn't make sense. So we politely declined, and they came back to us like 2 months before, like, hey, we have 3 extra spots.
Like
Super Bowl,
like the NFL,
the NFL, we had like a person there, and they came back to Melissa, our chief of creative, like, hey, look, we'll do it at a cheaper cost, but you have a very short time to do it. And we decided to jump on this because we do have an in-house team who already knows the product. We don't have to teach them. We have that. So to us, it was a huge advantage, and we got a solid discount. So we jumped on it. But stress levels were even higher because we had
what was the cost? How much was it? And then what was the discount?
Yeah, I want to say it came down to, I think they were trying to get like 15 million at the beginning, and I think we got it for like 6.4. So massive discount.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. But much less time, and a lot to figure out. Most people had these massive. We actually tried to get Britney Spears. We wanted to use her because she was fresh off of her case, and we thought it'd be great, but she wasn't ready to work. So we were going after right away. That was my part. I was going after trying to get us a huge celebrity. I was getting pricing on everyone. We were going to get Danny McBride, if you're familiar, Eastbound and Down. He's really funny. We were trying to get him. We were trying to get a few others, and we ended up deciding. We saw how expensive that is. It's a whole other level. I mean, it's more than the commercial itself almost. It's another $3 to it could be $1 to $3 million depending on who you get. So we scratched that idea. We're like, let's do no one famous. Let's put more into the budget to make it cool. And we wanted to use something that we could continue to use, because if we're going to go all in the Super Bowl commercial, we don't want to die up on just one commercial, even though it is an awesome thing and a huge accomplishment. So we ended up doing ClickUp in time. And that's when we pulled the Declaration of Independence. So the commercial was all around, John Adams and all of them, you sign the Declaration of Independence and then losing it and it being this huge disaster. But if someone's like, oh, I put it in ClickUp, because it shows the value point in ClickUp. It's funny. It was cool. It was kind of like, it wasn't too much because we all came up with ideas. So that's kind of where I was in. I was more the thing of coming up with ideas and actors and that part. And then we have the video team who was, for setting everything up. There's so much that goes into it, right? Sound, setting, lights, all that. So we planned it out very quick time, shot it all in a day, and then had to edit it.
Would you do it
make
again?
It live.
Would you guys do it again from an ROI standpoint? Like, was it worth it for even at the half off?
We did what's called like a postmortem, and we looked, and definitely, I would definitely say we do it again. But I think that we really should do something more that could drive leads, like Coinbase did. Like, I mean, obviously it's easy to say that looking back, but what they did crushed, right? They were number one, and if you do something like that, that's more than ROI. Ours is definitely an ROI. We have so many customers; it's hard to directly track. Our site traffic went through the roof. That was awesome. So we know a lot of people saw us. We could gauge that. There's so many clients who have closed saying, "I never heard of you until I saw your Super Bowl commercial." So those things are great. Yeah. Would I do it every single year? Probably not. Would I strategically do it, every 2 or 3 when we're ready?
It's top
sure.
of funnel. So top of funnel. We need more eyeballs of people that haven't seen us. And then how are you approaching your billboard campaigns? Because I see you everywhere. I don't know if you guys are everywhere, but every city that I go into, I see billboards and I see pictures of billboards that you guys are posting. So like, how are you tackling that right now?
We are, and good time to ask that. I think it is a brand awareness play. We're coming into the space later, so we want people to be like, I know ClickUp, I recognize ClickUp, I've seen ClickUp. That's why we're in every major airport and billboard, and billboards in every major city. The cool thing is that we kind of negotiated during COVID and got really good rates during that. So you will see that we've really hit our brand awareness play. It's a good time you asked me about this because we feel like we've mastered the first part. It's kind of ambiguous, right? It just has 2 bold statements: one app to replace them all, or save a day a week. 2 very strong statements, right? But you don't exactly know what we do, and some people hate on us for that, but they still go Google us, and that's what we want.